Welcome to Dove Light FX. Today is Wednesday, the 6th of October, 2021. My name is TVH. So very quickly, we look at the opportunities that we have that we can engage today. The NZDJPY, it's midweek, and they are making corrections. They are trying to make few corrections in the marketplace. So what should we do on the long-term trading for swing traders that hold their trades for 2 months, 3 months, 8 weeks, going upward? The position still remains a buy. But for short-term traders, please do understand that the risk is more. Okay, the risk is more when you trade in short-term. However, we are seeing a correction here. Okay, so early hours of this morning, the Australian and the New Zealand broke out right downwards. So here we see a harami and unwillingness to go higher, and also willingness to go lower, represented by a hammer at the top. And then now we have a raid, and price will be making a correction downwards. Okay, so with price making a correction downwards, we hope that the trades will get down low to about, say, approximately, we should expect price about 50 pips. So you can take a 50 pip sell, right, on the NZDJPY. Look at it on the 1 hour time frame because we're trying to take short trades and all of that. So we hope that price will come down, all right, at least come down to this low, and then make a little bit, go a little bit lower before it begins to go higher. All right, then, so we look at the AUDJPY. The AUDJPY also has the same feature, a correction taking place that should lead to a sell trip of roughly 40 pips, okay? A sell trip of roughly 40 pips. So these are the little corrections that are taking place on AUDJPY and NZDJPY. The same thing is happening to the CHF, that is the Swiss francs. So the three instruments as of today with liquidity is the Australian dollar, the New Zealand dollar, and the Swiss francs. The Australian dollar, the New Zealand dollar, and the Swiss francs. Before the end of today, we probably would see other instruments pick up volatility within the week. All right, then. So let's look at the volatility index. On the volatility index, on Monday, we gave a shout here saying that price breaks this high. If you remember the volatility 51S for a sell, which actually did, right? It hit this high and then began to sell. And it sold very deeply, right? It sold about 300 pips just yesterday. Sold 300 pips yesterday. In fact, one of my students made $2,500 from this trade. $2,500 from this trade, right? By opening 0.2 lot size only, 0.2 lot size only on a $3,000 account, a $3,000 account. So a correction is going to be made going upward. A correction is going to be made going upward. This is currently due to swing. So here what we see is a tweezer top. It's a tweezer top. We expect price to make a correction going upward, all right? Price making a correction going upward. And then an entry formation. We have first point of entry around here, and then second point of entry somewhere around here. All right, so I'll be more concerned at, I'll be more comfortable at 584, 584.742, 584.742 at this level to take to resume a sell. So we expect corrections upwards today. For short-term traders, there's going to be a buy correction, but then I'll be waiting for the sell. I'll be waiting for the sell trade, all right, to continue, and it's going to be a long sell on B51S. The range break is actually coming down to complete the raid here, as we can see. Some weeks ago, we had a morning stir. The morning stir and price willingness to go higher. And now price is coming down to raid the morning stir. So we are having a sell correction. a sell correction in a buy swing. We are currently having a sell correction in a buy swing. So if you want to join the sell to continue, right, a safe entry will be price coming back to 120, 160. Price coming back to 120, 160. It's a key level for price. So expect price to drop to that level. As you can see, that was the low of 1st of September. And then that was also the close, the low of 28th of September. So 28th of September, yeah. And price had a rejection around there. So we're expecting price to come back to that level, all right? Then you can continue the sell correction. Price comes back to 120, 160. You continue the sell correction. The sell correction is going to continue throughout this week. The sell is going to continue throughout this week, and then your take profit will be at 117,121. 117,121. The sell correction will continue throughout this week. So we hope to resume a buy by next week. There is not going to be a buy on this instrument this week. There's not going to be a buy on this instrument this whole week. We hope to resume a buy on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday next week. All right, so we look at the range break. Okay, range break, our trade is still firing upward, going upward. That's an open position around this level it was given, and then a re-entry at this level. All right, so we of course see that this is a stop loss. Now you see that price is now going in your direction, and it has broken the first entry, broken the second entry, and is going. So right now I will be safe to take my stop loss to the low of the second entry, having booked profit for the first entry, having booked profit. So I have booked profit in the first entry. Now my trade continues going higher. I just picked it up and then dropped it there. So just picked it up and just dropped it there. All right, then we look towards the volatility 75-1 index. This is the weekly time frame. And then price went up and came down, got rejected by this block here, and then went up, creating a morning stir, and then price raided the morning stir. So now we see price going up. As a matter of fact, price is supposed to rise back to this high. Price is supposed to rise back to this high. But until then, this is my first TP. I would adjust the trade and then get it on here. So this is an entry position for you. You can take an entry and then see you at the top. So on jump 75, it's a buy. On range break, our buy continues. On range break 200, we are holding a sell this week for a correction, a sell correction this week. And for volatility 51S, a buy correction will take place, but I would not encourage you to take that buy correction because this is a raid has occurred. A raid has occurred. On range break 200, the raid has not occurred. We are going for the raid now. So this sell correction is in the direction of the institutional flow, right? So you can take the sell because the institutions are going downwards to go and cause a raid. So we are taking a sell correction, and after the raid, we'll resume a buy. But in this case, the raid has occurred. So the correction is to trap retailers. The correction is to trap retailers. The raid has already occurred. So the institutions are going downward. Retailers will be going upward now, all right? And they will be trapped. So do not buy the correction here, but you can sell the correction. You can sell the correction on range break 200, right? So volatility 51S, we wait for the buy correction and then we take a sell. Range break 200, we sell because the institutions are the one initiating the raid until this low. And then jump 75, raid has occurred, we are also buying. Okay, so that's all we have for the indices and for the volatility for the currency market. Thank you for staying with Global Light FX. Do have a lovely day ahead. Goodbye.